What's up, y'all? It's your girl Maury, and I am back with another install. Today we are working with Wolfay hair. This is a 13 by 6, 26-inch, 350 ginger wig. I'm just gonna start by unboxing, y'all. Please don't mind my face. I promise I'm not mad. I started doing this install at like 11 o'clock at night. So I'm either tired or really this is just my face. My face is like this all the time. So no, I'm not mad. So they did give me a wig band with the company's name on it. I love getting these wig bands. They are so cute. It's like I'm collecting a little collection at this point. But yeah, y'all, before we even get into this install or get any more into this video, I need you guys to like this video up, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, and drop down in the comments and let me know what you think of this wig and this install. So they did give me 2 wig caps as well. I'm also going to just take out the wig and show you guys the wig and how everything is looking before we even install it. One thing I will say, the color on this wig is very pretty. It's very vibrant. This is a 200% density wig, so it is very thick. I don't know if I mentioned, but I did get this wig off of Amazon. This is how the lace is looking. It looks very transparent. The knots are small. Looks like they plucked it a little bit. But with the style I'm doing, we're definitely going to have to do a lot more plucking and everything like that. This is how the lace space is. So we definitely have room to work to do a style or any style that we want. So yeah, subscribe guys, and let's get into this install. I'm starting out by just putting the wig on. It did come with a wig band sewn onto the wig, which is good because it just, so we make sure our wig stays in place and it's a tight fit. This wig is definitely big head friendly. As you can see, it's a lot of lace, a lot of space. I've never had a wig that was too big, and I have a big head. So if you got a big head, definitely order this because it's definitely big head friendly. So we're about to just fit this on our head and take the time to really shape it to our head, cut off any excess wig or anything like that that we don't need. She loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna, but can't stand to see me walk out the door? Don't try to fight the feeling, cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking together. After fitting the wig on, I'm just going to pull it up, and I like to start cutting the lace in the back behind my ear first, just so that I can be able to fit it over my ear perfectly, and I'm not cutting the hair up or butchering the hair too much. I'm just going to keep cutting over my ear and just mapping out how I want everything to fit. I'm going to do this on both sides of my head. And I just really like to take my time and pay attention just to make sure that I'm not cutting off too much or too little lace. And little by little, I'm just going to keep parting and filling out where my ear is and just making sure that the wig fits on my ear and over my ear comfortably, because we just don't want it to be hurting our ear or just to feel uncomfortable while we're wearing the wig. If you see me keep stretching out the lace and pulling down the wig tight as I'm fitting it and mapping it on my head, I'm just doing this because the wig is big and I'm just pulling it down and stretching it to its tightest fit. So just to make sure that I'm cutting accurately as I'm cutting over my ears, because I did mention that the wig is big. I just want to stretch the lace down and pull it down to its tightest fit, just so that we don't have any buckling or anything like that when it's time to lay the wig down. Now that we have the wig fitted on and all the extra lace cut off, it's time to apply the adhesive. The adhesive I'm going to use today is the bowl hold glue. This is the active one. I love this glue, 10 out of 10. It lasts long, dries fast. I have no complaints about this glue. I'm going to start by just putting the glue right at the beginning of the cap on my skin. I'm going to put it across my whole forehead. I try not to put a lot of glue because I am going to be doing layers. And when you're applying your wig, you just don't want, you rather put less glue and have to add glue than to have a lot of glue, just because it gets messy and it doesn't really give a clean install. I'm just going to take this popsicle stick and I'm just spreading it throughout the entire beginning of my forehead. I also try to get some on the cap as well. I'm going to do about 2 layers of this glue. 2 layers seem to last a long time for me because I only leave my wigs on for no more than 2 weeks. So after this, I'm just going to take my blow dryer and I'm just going to dry the glue until it's completely clear. Once the glue is completely dry clear, it's time to lay the lace down and melt it down into the glue. I am stretching this, like I said before. Throughout this process, I'm just going to keep stretching the lace. I like to do the sides first because it is big. I just want to make sure that I'm stretching it on each side and making sure that I'm getting that tight fit and mapping it out exactly where I want the lace to lay, just to ensure that we don't have any buckling. As you can see with the extra lace that's already on there, it's already like bunching together and everything like that. So pulling it tight and side by side is just going to make sure that you get that tight fit and you don't have that buckling, because that will be a whole headache laying this down. I also just take my fingers and just press the lace into the glue. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to take a comb and just comb the hair into the glue, comb the lace into the glue, and just make sure that everything is laying down and that we get like a flawless install. I let the wig band sit on my head for about 20 minutes. While it was on my head, I did use the blow dryer on a low heat setting and blow it on there as well, just to make sure that the lace is really melting into the glue and everything dries good. Now it's time to cut the extra lace off. When cutting the extra lace off, I like to cut the lace in about, I want to say like 3 or 4 sections. It just helps it give a clean cut, following the hairline and everything like that. I'm gonna take a hair razor and I'm just gonna start taking my time and really just cutting each section off. When doing this, you want to make sure that you have a good hair razor, because as you can see here, it started off a little rough and I didn't want the lace to look all like too raggedy. So I did have to go ahead and change out my hair razor, as you can see right here, because right now I was kind of struggling and I could see the lace buckling a little bit, and that's what I was talking about before when having like a big wig and everything like that. So I got me a new hair razor and boom, look at that, it just started cutting off more easily. And don't be afraid when cutting the lace off if you have to cut more hair off as well. Whatever it takes to follow the hairline and give it a clean, natural hairline, that's just what you do. Trust me, it's a lot of hair on this wig. So whatever extra hair I had to cut off, I just was going ahead and cutting that off as well. Once I have all the lace cut off, I like to just kind of push the wig back a little bit to see if any of the lace comes up. And anywhere where I need extra glue to lay the lace down, I just go ahead and take that time, take the end of my rat tail comb, and just put the extra glue and just make sure that everything is laid down nice and clean. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with this Ebin Melt Spray. I love this spray. It does exactly what it needs to do and it gives that extra melt So I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger and just take the time now to just go across my head and really press this melting spray in. And then once I do that, I'm just going to put my wig band on for about, I want to say like 15 more minutes. And while that's sitting, I'm just going to take the time now to prepare my hair, comb it out, detangle it to get ready for styling. Okay guys, now it's time for styling. So the style we're doing today is the 3-part, half up, half down, bang, spike, ponytail kind of situation. I got the inspiration off of Instagram. It's been the style that the girlies have been doing lately. So we're just taking a stab at it. I'm starting now by just taking time to part out the bang. As you guys can tell, this wig is really thick. I'm gonna have to do a lot of plucking and everything like that. So just stay with me throughout this process so you can be able to accomplish this look as well. If you made it this far in the video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and like this video up. We're gonna have a lot more looks, and make sure you check out the other installs that I've already posted. So I'm just going to take the time and really just carve out the bangs, lay it down, section it out, and get it out the way. As I go through the process of this styling, I'm going to part out and pluck out each section first before we get into actually laying and slicking everything down. So yeah, just stay tuned throughout the process. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, drop them down in the comment section. Stepping out, I feel like I'm that nigga shit. I drop 30 on this room, we ain't gon' sleep for shit. If I catch you knocking off, then it's gon' be some shit. Well, you can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. Way I'm stunner, till I die. You can do what you wanna, live how you wanna, spin what you wanna, be who you wanna be. Way I'm stunner. I just run it up before I go. Would you tell the world my secrets if I let you close? Yeah, my headache, action. These days, oh my it's be blasting. Living in the middle, this shit might drive you. Now that we have the bangs out the way, I'm starting out with one of the sections on the top. We're gonna do 3 sections across the top. So this first section, I'm just taking the time to part it out. I'm parting it diagonally. Both sides on the side are going to be parted diagonally, and then the part in the middle is just going to be going straight back. So I'm just taking the time now to get my clean parts and everything situated. I'm going to have to pluck this out. When I tell y'all, this was the first wig where I had to really do a lot of work. I had to do some work. We had to do some serious plucking. We had to do constant parting, plucking, but it was so worth it. And I actually appreciate it because it just gave me time to, you know, sharpen my skills and work on learning how to do different styles, different parting that I want to do, being mindful of tracks, of the lace, of the parts, and everything like that. So yeah, guys, we're just putting that work in, getting those tweezers to work, and we're just gonna go in and do all of our parts and everything like that. Make sure you guys stay tuned and everything like that. If you see me snatching here, don't be alarmed. This is a 200% density wig, like I mentioned before. So there is a lot of hair, and when it comes to parting, especially with colored hair, you just want to make sure that your parts look clean, that they're giving scalp and everything like that, because sometimes with color, it can be hard to identify the parts, identify the lace, but we're going to put that work in and make sure that we get the desired look that we're going for. Too sexy for this world, too sexy for your girl, too sexy for this world,
Too sexy for the life, too sexy for that jack. Yeah, yeah. I'm too sexy for this chain, too sexy for your game, too sexy for this fame. Yeah, yeah. I'm too sexy for the trap, too sexy for that cap, too sexy for that jack.
Now that we have both sides all plucked out and parted, I'm moving to the middle section. Middle section was pretty much the easiest section. I pretty much parted about like 2 rows back in each row. I just started plucking the roots and making sure that everything is plucked and looking nice when we lay it down. This is the part where you want to be the flattest because it is the middle and it will be laying straight back. So yeah, I just took the time to go in the middle as well and pluck it out to my desired look. I didn't want it to be too thin, but I just wanted it to lay flat and lay nicely. So I'm just going to take my time and do that. Now that we have all our sections parted out and plucked out, it's time to lay everything down. I'm starting out by laying the middle section down first. I'm just taking my hot comb just to lay the hair down. I did put some of my wax stick on it. And we're just trying to hot comb it back and lay the hairs down to get it as flat as possible, to make sure that we're pushing the hairs into this part so that all the parts can be visible and defined. And then once we do that, I'm just going in now just to make sure that all of the parts are clean. If there's any extra hairs that I need to pull out, that I need to pluck, as y'all can see, I just start snatching hairs out of the wig and everything like that, which is fine because we got a lot of hair left. And then once I do that, I'm just going to take my holding spray and spray it on top of the section and blow dry it just to mold it so that all the hairs stay in place, they stay laid down. And we just have a flat laying ponytail. One thing about me, when it comes to my hair and everything, I'm a perfectionist, so I'm gonna really take the time and energy into making sure that everything looks clean and sleek. Once I feel like it's sleek and everything is laid down, I'm just gonna start my ponytail off. For this section, I'm gonna use a scrunchie just to set the foundation to make sure that the ponytail sits up like I want it to. I don't do the ponytail that tight, but just tight enough. Now I'm just moving on to the next section, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did for the middle section for the other two sections as well. I'm telling y'all, when doing hairstyles like this, holding spray is your best friend. Because we are not working with our real hair from the scalp, we just want to make sure that we spray the holding spray to hold the hair in place, to make sure that the hair lays down, to make sure we don't have any flyaways and anything like that. Honestly, there's never too much spray if you want your style to stay in place and give the exact look that you want. So I'm just going to take the time now to just sleek each section on the side up into the ponytail. When I do the ponytails for the side sections, I don't use a scrunchie because I don't want it to be too tight to where we're pulling the lace back. For those two sections, I just use a rubber band, and I don't wrap it as tight as well, but just tight enough so that the hair could stay in the ponytail. So we're just going to take the time now and do that for each section. Now that we have our ponytail laid and slicked down, I'm going to move back to the bangs just to finish out the bangs. I'm doing just a simple middle part, two side bangs or front bangs. I don't really know what they call it, but I just call it two side bangs. As I'm doing this, I'm taking the time as well to pluck if I need to, just to make sure that I have a clean part. I don't want the bangs to be too thick. I want them to look as natural as possible. So that's another reason why I'm plucking it. And I'm just trying to make sure that I get that part straight as possible, to make sure that it's in the middle of my head, and just to make sure that everything is very clean and exactly how I want it to be. Once I feel like I have the part exactly where I want, I'm going to take some holding spray and spray it on top of the roots of each section just to lay it down, because I don't want it to be like standing up, or I can't really explain it, but I just want it to lay flat and flow flat down my face. So I'm just taking the time now to do that.
you need some time, but I should stick around for what? Always felt like sticking around's the same as being stuck. That's that shit that drives me crazy. It like guns with the aching and getting under my skin. Pretty little young thing, had a nigga convinced, got me too excited. Yeah.
I did put these 2 little clips on the bangs just to make sure that they lay flat and let them sit for a minute. Now we're moving on to the ponytail. So as y'all can see, when I did my ponytail, I added this little knot at the top, and this is just to simply help me pin the hair up. I'm just going to take each section. I section the ponytail in 2, and then I'm just going to take each section and just tease it a little bit with my comb just to give it that little spiky, messy look, I guess. You guys will see once I start pinning it up and how it comes out. But yeah, I'm just teasing the hair a little bit just to give it that spiky look. And then once I do that, I'm taking each section and I'm just going to take some bobby pins. I take the straight pins, not the ones that they use for like doobies, because those are a little bit tight. But I just take the straight pins and I'm just pinning it into that little knot ball. And honestly, there's really no science behind this. You just play with it and pin it until you get the actual desired look that you want. I'm trying to go for like the little twisty, spiky look or whatever. So I'm just going to take my time in each section and pin it and play with it until I get the desired look that I want.
Fresh out loose. If they want the drama, got the ooze. Ship the whole crew to the cruise ship. Doing shit you don't even see in movies. Ride with me, boss. I got a hard hand for her ass off. She want the last name with the ring on it. Cause I pulled out $1 million cash, told her blank on it.
Okay guys, so we have the ponytail done. I know this is a long video, but I promise we are almost done. We're back on the bangs and I'm just cutting them because they were too long. I'm just cutting them to kind of frame my face to how I want it to be. I'm making sure that for both sides they're the same length and they're twins because we don't want one side longer than the other. So I'm just going to take the time now to cut the bangs and also the sideburns. At this point, I was kind of just playing with it to frame it to my face or frame it to exactly how I want it to look. Once I did the ponytail, I started getting excited and feeling confident because this hairstyle is about to eat and come out so cute. Like I said, this wig did take me a lot of work simply because it is 200% density and I did have to do a lot. And when I say a lot, I did have to do a lot of plucking. But when doing your wigs, if you enjoy doing it, enjoy doing your hair, it's not really a problem. For me, it's more so fun just because I like doing different styles and I like looking different and everything like that. But yeah, y'all, so now I'm going to flat iron the back of my hair. This is not going to take long. Once I started flat ironing, the hair responded to the heat very nice. It flat ironed so pretty, and as I was flat ironing it, you could just feel the softness, the silkiness, and the thickness in the hair. I also ended up cutting the ends of the back just so it looks more full. So yeah, we're just going to take our time and flat iron the back.
Still to slow down time. I'm walking the woods. I'm down on my mind. I'm building a still to slow down time.
Now that we have the back all flat iron, we're just going to move to the sideburns and the front bangs and just pass the flat iron over this as well. I am loving how this style is coming out. It came out exactly how I saw it or I envisioned it to come out. So I'm super excited about that. The sideburns were a little bit longer than I wanted, so I don't know if I did it on camera, but I did go ahead and cut those down a little bit more. And I'm just going to do my last finishing touches on this style. I like this flat iron. This is the Wavy Talk flat iron. I got it off of Amazon. I will put the link in the description box, because this flat iron is good. I don't know if y'all can tell throughout the video, but it gets hot really fast. And as I was flat ironing my hair, I just kept saying, ooh, ooh, because it just kept burning me. But yeah, guys, I'm putting these clips back on just to lay the bangs down and make sure they lay down good. And this is just the last finishing touches. While my bangs are just laying down and sitting for a minute, I am going to take the time and carve out my parts with some concealer just to make sure that everything is looking clean, everything is looking good. And yeah, guys, we are down to the last finishing touches of this look. If you stayed this long, drop down in the comments and let me know what you think of this style. I know it was a long video, and it did take me some time to record this, but if you stayed till the end, I definitely appreciate it. I just wanted to take the time and show you guys each step that I had to go through to achieve this style. Just in case you want to actually do this style, you can see all the work and each step that you have to do in order to achieve this look. Sometimes I do watch videos and they're a little sped up, or certain sections that cut off and you don't get the full idea of what you have to do. But this is the finishing look, guys. My SD card was full by the time I finished this video, so I had to do it on my phone. But this is the finished look, guys. It came out so cute. It's giving Spice Girls. The color is eaten. If you enjoyed this video, if you like this look, drop down in the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. I am feeling myself. This look is so cute. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hit that subscribe button. Peace.